One more time for the greatest team in America.
Game's over, we get beat, we're on our way to the airport. I'm in the stairwell of the lead bus going back to the airport, and Paul's young child at that point is sitting beside him, and she looks up and says, "Daddy, do we get a trophy for second place?" Paul, being the father that he was and still is, just looked at her and says, "We do, we get a trophy for second place." But I just knelt down in the stairwell because I wanted to bust out laughing so bad, but I couldn't. But that was a great answer to that one. We get a trophy for second place, but Paul didn't like it. He was too strong a competitor.
I think everybody was crushed, and in the locker room, those kids kind of made the resolve that they were going to win it the next year. I mean, they were going to come back and win it, and they did.
Well, once we started all-season conditioning after we got back from the Christmas break, we were focused, and we pushed ourselves even that much harder because we wanted to go out, especially us seniors. We wanted to go out, on top. And the toughest part was probably making it to the championship game. So we got a taste of that. So we just had to make it back, and we knew we was going to go out, on top. We wouldn't leave a question on that.
When '99 came along, it was a beautiful sunshiny day, cold and crisp football weather, Youngstown State. And I think we all knew we were going to win that one.
Youngstown State, the team of the 90s. 4 championships in the 90s. Georgia Southern, 4 championships. 3 of those in the 80s. And we are underway. Benny Cunningham for Georgia Southern. Cunningham out to the 40. He's close to midfield. As if this Georgia Southern offense needed any help.
And the Youngstown team, they had a great team. Well coached. Jim Tressel, legendary coach himself, a great football team, but our guys just played with a determination that I'd never seen.
Well, we just stuck with the game plan. We didn't try to press too much. I might have scored on a play to get us close into it, and then Adrian scores. And then out of the blue, Anthony Williams returns a punt return. Defense starts to sack them. And I think Youngstown started to go away from their game plan because they was pounding us, they was running the ball at us. They had Adrian in their backfield, and he was running pretty strong. But they started to try to throw the ball, and I think that kind of switched up things. And then our defense, Boncellis Allen and Corey Middlebrooks, they started getting sacks, Freddie Pescata, and we were able to take off.
We remember Adrian being injured before the game and kind of hobbled around on crutches. He had a lower leg injury, and he was in pain, and then rushed for 247 yards or something like that. And just the raw determination of that team, it was awesome.
Adrian Peterson is taking care of things right now, and Peterson is all the way down to the 30. He's still on his feet. Peterson still on his feet. Peterson down to the 10.
Oh, my.
Take that.
Did we say that he won the Walter Payton Award and that he would resemble Sweetness?
I should have scored, man. I should have scored. I should have scored. I should have scored. I still watch it now and seeing if I could have put my hand down. And that's just me. It was a great run, but I'm mad if I would have scored. That's the beauty of being a running back or a ball carrier. In the stands, you can see a guy coming from a distance or see you coming by from behind. Where as a ball carrier, you probably have about a second and a half to process it. In simple terms, it's like taking a million pictures in 30 seconds. Because if I'm looking at you now and I turn my head, you're gonna be able to move. So anticipating where that guy's going, what he's thinking, all that takes place in a matter of 6 seconds, sometimes even less. not being able to see it until probably like a day later, and like, oh wow, that was a pretty good run.
How much grief do you give Betty for tackling you?
Every now and then, you know, the guys are posted, you know, in our little group chat, and they give him enough. So I tell everybody he was just trying to get a block, trying not to get an effort. You see the number of guys making blocks, and that was Georgia Southern football. The ball is moving, you on the pace trying to get a block, and that's what made us so good.
Don McPherson told you about the triple option. Great decision making once again by Hill. He recognizes that they take away the dive and he can't get it, goes to the pitch, and then once again Cunningham makes the big play on the outside. You see what Youngstown State is saying. They're saying, we're not going to let Peterson beat us inside here. We got to go stop the play up the gut. They can't take everything away, though.
Here comes a blitz. Ryan's in trouble. Boy, and down he goes. Back of the 24-yard line. It's a huge loss.
He is just amazing. We saw the 2,500 yards or so for rushing for the year. We said, that can't be right.
It is.
There it is.
And he's in. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. Three different Georgia Southern runners are over 100 yards. Peterson in his 246, Benny Cunningham 129, and Hill now at 109. The pitch from Revere, trying to get outside and in. Touchdown, Mark Myers. Look at Revere. Look at Revere. J.R. Revere. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
I think the offense is in pretty good hands next season, Rich.
I don't think people realize 98 and 99 how deep we were. All great championship teams have certain things in common. They have talent, they have depth. And that's what we had. You know, I was an All-American, first team All-Conference both of my years as a starter, and I was a backup. You know, that kind of tells you how good Greg Hill is. The guy that was backing up Adrian Peterson was a really good football player. The guys that were backing up, you know, Mark Williams and, you know, Varselis Allen, you know, these were all really good football players. They were sitting the bench. So it was like people didn't understand what was coming behind all those guys.
You take one guy out and you bring in another guy who is just as fast, just as athletic.
Well, we were on the roof when we were beating Youngstown. And up on the roof of the press box, there were all these little acorns up there. And it was almost like standing on ball bearings. And the FAR of Western Carolina, Scott Higgins, was the president of the Southern Conference. And Dr. Core and I were up on the roof. Scott got excited and he came running at me, and there's no rail up there. And I thought we were going off the roof on those acorns. I'll never, because it had rained, and I thought, we're going off this roof. So as excited I was, we were pounding them, I thought, I was glad I was still alive after we stopped. But just the way we beat Youngstown that night, I mean, just pounded them. And Paul said, I just know we're going to win this game because we lost last year. Our kids are focused.
Georgia Southern is national champions for 1999. They just won their 5th national championship, destroying Youngstown State 59-24. They don't care about goalposts today. They just want to surround the Georgia Southern football team and coaches after as dominant a championship game victory as you can ask for. This may be the most lopsided game in championship game history. They are mobbing Adrian Peterson on the field. Just a continual celebration here in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
It's still special. You know, that was a close-knit unit that we had, 99 close. A lot of guys are close and we still get together, but that was icing on the cake. A lot of us came from different walks of life. Some wasn't a part of winning programs in high school, but the one common thing we had that, you know, we worked hard and we believed that we can get it done. You know, you couldn't have written a better story for us. There's been a long line of quarterbacks come through Georgia Southern, and to be one of the ones that's continuing to be mentioned and thought of when they think about the triple option. You know, I meet people, I remember you running the triple option at Georgia Southern. It was a thing of beauty. You know, it feels good to be in a list of good quarterbacks to come through the program.